In the intricate tapestry of human interaction, finding the right balance is paramount. We all desire connections that are both meaningful and fulfilling. But achieving this requires a delicate dance between speaking and listening, between leading and following. This is where the 65/35 rule comes in. This principle, applicable in both our social and professional lives, suggests that the key to successful relationships lies in maintaining a 65% share of conversation control while allowing others to contribute the remaining 35%. At first glance, this might seem counterintuitive. After all, shouldn't meaningful conversations flow organically without the need for such calculations? While spontaneity is important, the 65/35 rule provides a framework for ensuring that all parties feel heard and respected. It's about creating a space where your voice is heard, but not at the expense of others. Imagine attending a dinner party where one person dominates the conversation, leaving little room for anyone else to contribute. You might walk away feeling unheard and unimportant. Conversely, a conversation where one person barely speaks can feel equally imbalanced. The 65/35 rule, therefore, is not about rigidly adhering to percentages. It's about finding that sweet spot where everyone feels comfortable sharing their thoughts and perspectives. This principle is particularly crucial in professional settings. A leader who constantly dictates without seeking input from their team risks creating a stifling work environment. Conversely, a leader who shies away from taking charge might find it difficult to guide their team towards success. The 65/35 rule encourages leaders to be assertive while remaining receptive to the ideas and concerns of their team members. It's about fostering a collaborative environment where everyone feels valued and respected. The 65/35 rule might sound familiar to those acquainted with the Pareto principle, often referred to as the 80/20 rule. This principle, named after Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, observes that roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. This principle has been applied to various fields, from business and economics to personal productivity. While both principles highlight the significance of imbalance, they differ in their application and focus. The 80/20 rule is primarily a tool for identifying and prioritizing key factors that yield the most significant results. For instance, in business, it might be used to determine the 20% of clients contributing to 80% of revenue. The 65/35 rule, on the other hand, focuses on the dynamics of human interaction. It's about finding a balance that fosters engagement and builds stronger relationships. While the 80/20 rule might help us prioritize tasks or identify key clients, the 65/35 rule guides us in nurturing those relationships. Imagine you're a manager leading a team project. The 80/20 rule might lead you to identify the 20% of tasks critical for project success. However, it's the 65/35 rule that guides you in effectively communicating those priorities to your team, ensuring that everyone feels heard and valued in the process. Both principles, though distinct, offer valuable insights into achieving success. Understanding the nuances of each can empower us to make informed decisions, prioritize effectively, and build stronger relationships. At its core, the 65/35 rule is about creating a sense of inclusion. When we allow others to contribute 35% in a conversation, we're essentially saying, your thoughts and opinions matter. This fosters a sense of respect and encourages active participation. People are more likely to feel engaged and invested in conversations when they know their perspectives are valued. This sense of inclusion extends beyond simply allowing others to speak. It's about actively listening to what they have to say, asking clarifying questions, and acknowledging their contributions. Interrupting someone abruptly or dismissing their ideas can quickly erode trust and damage relationships. Imagine you're discussing a new marketing campaign with your team. One of your team members, who is usually quiet, suggests an unconventional approach. Instead of dismissing the idea outright, you take the time to understand their perspective. You ask questions, seek clarification, and acknowledge the potential of their suggestion. Even if you ultimately decide to go in a different direction, your team member feels heard and appreciated. This, in turn, fosters a culture of open communication and encourages everyone to contribute their ideas freely. The 65-35 rule reminds us that effective communication is not just about getting our point across. It's about creating a space where everyone feels comfortable sharing their thoughts and perspectives. This is crucial for building strong relationships, both personally and professionally. Section 4, Cultivating Positivity, the foundation of successful interactions. While maintaining a 65-35 balance in conversations is important, the nature of our communication also plays a vital role in building strong relationships. The 65-35 rule goes beyond simply controlling the amount of talking we do. It also encourages us to be mindful of the tone and content of our interactions. Think about it. Would you rather engage with someone who is constantly negative, complaining and criticizing, or someone who is positive, encouraging, and uplifting? The answer is obvious. Positivity is contagious. When we approach conversations with a positive attitude, we create a more enjoyable and productive experience for everyone involved. This doesn't mean we have to sugarcoat everything or avoid difficult conversations. It's about framing our thoughts and opinions constructively. Instead of dwelling on problems, focus on solutions. Instead of criticizing, offer suggestions for improvement. And remember to acknowledge and celebrate successes, no matter how small. For instance, imagine you're providing feedback to a team member on a recent presentation. Instead of solely pointing out the areas that need improvement, begin by highlighting the strengths of their presentation. Acknowledge their effort and the aspects they handled well. Then offer constructive feedback on areas where they could improve, framing it as suggestions for growth rather than criticism. By maintaining a positive tone and focusing on solutions, we create a more supportive and encouraging environment. This not only makes conversations more enjoyable, but also fosters trust and strengthens relationships. Section 5, Beyond Conversations, applying the 65-35 rule in finance and time management. The beauty of the 65-35 rule lies in its versatility. While we've primarily explored its application in conversations, its principles extend far beyond that. This rule can be a valuable tool for managing our finances and time, both personally and professionally. In personal finance, the 65-35 rule can be applied to budgeting. Allocate 65% of your income to essential expenses like rent, utilities, groceries, and debt payments. The remaining 35% can be divided between discretionary spending, dining out, entertainment, and savings or investments. This ensures you're covering your essential needs while still enjoying life and planning for the future. Businesses can utilize the 65-35 rule for inventory management, maintaining a stock level where 65% represents your core, high-demand products and 35% caters to niche or seasonal items, can optimize storage space and minimize losses from unsold goods. Time management is another area where the 65-35 rule shines. Dedicate 65% of your workday to focused work on high-priority tasks. Allocate the remaining 35% to meetings, emails, administrative tasks, and short breaks. This ensures you're dedicating sufficient time to the most impactful activities while also addressing essential communication and allowing for brief periods of rest and rejuvenation. By applying the 65-35 rule to these aspects of our lives, we can create a sense of balance and intentionality. It allows us to focus on what truly matters while ensuring we're not neglecting other essential aspects of our lives. Section 6. Embracing balance for a fulfilling life. The enduring legacy of the 65-35 rule. The 65-35 rule isn't about rigidly adhering to percentages. It's a philosophy, a mindset that encourages us to approach our interactions and endeavors with a sense of balance and intention. It reminds us that success in both our personal and professional lives hinges on our ability to effectively communicate, build strong relationships, and manage our resources wisely. By embracing the principles of the 65-35 rule, we can create a more harmonious and fulfilling life. We learn to listen attentively, communicate effectively, and foster stronger bonds with those around us. We become better leaders, colleagues, friends, and family members. The 65-35 rule is not a magic formula, but a guiding principle that, when applied with thoughtfulness and sincerity, can lead to more meaningful interactions, stronger relationships, and ultimately a more fulfilling life. So the next time you find yourself engaging in a conversation, managing your finances, or planning your day, remember the 65/35 rule and strive to find that delicate balance that leads to success and fulfillment.